What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11. I'm not sure the episode. I'll pull it for you guys. So the girls are still in Tokyo, and we pick up with that whole situation happened with Tanya and Nene, and Nene walks off, and you know, everybody is like, well, damn. And Nene ends up going back to the hotel. She don't tell nobody nothing. She ain't answering nobody's phone call. And she going about her business. Here's the thing. We understand, because we're getting the benefit of your confessional, that things are really, really bad between you and Greg. And there's a lot going on and you're really stressed out. But because you are Nene and you don't let anybody in and you don't really let anybody know what's going on, they don't understand that. And what it really boils down to is, Nene really probably shouldn't have went on this trip. Now, I know probably contractually and all of that, she probably had to do it. And maybe she felt like she needed the mental break. But it's clear that she doesn't need to be on that trip. She's been nothing but nasty and had an attitude. And Nene can already be on 10. But she's on 20, and we understand it. You're stressed out because you got the whole situation with Greg, and then Greg is acting the way he's acting, and we get it. But it doesn't excuse it, right? So there's that. On the way back, honey, on the way back to the hotel, honey, if Eva the Diva didn't come out and show her pretty little head and read the entire fuck out of Marlo. I mean, to the point where Marlo, she shut Marlo up. Now, I ain't think nobody could shut Marlo up. But Marlo tried to come back. And then finally, Marlo just sat there and was quiet. And they had nothing to say. And, honey, when I tell you, the rest of them girls cackled. Because the thing is this. Marlo has been coming for Eva from day one. And I think Eva's been real good about staying here and not going there and going there. She's been trying to keep it real middle of the road. But at the end of the day, she had enough. And honey, she let that thing out. And when I tell you she let Marlo have it, she let Marlo have it, okay? And then, so we get back to the hotel, and the girls go talk to Nene. She eventually ends up talking to Cynthia and Marlo. And she tells them things, that, you know, that she was in a bad space, and things with her and Greg are not going really well, and there's a lot going on with that. And then, of course, they talk about what happened, and, you know, it sounds like, first of all, Tanya, I'm going to need you to calm your ass down and stop being so goddamn sensitive. Because what it sounds like it happened was, her fortune said she was going to get married. And she was like, oh, I'm getting married to whatever, Fred, whatever his name is. And Nene said, or if it's not him, it'll be somebody. Because basically your fortune is saying you're getting married. That's what the fortune is saying. You're putting a name on it. And all Nene was saying was, and if it ain't him, girl, it's going to be somebody. Somebody is going to marry you. And I don't think what she said was wrong. But then, Tanya, you got all in your feelings and started crying. And, you know, you've known us. And I can't believe you would say that about us. And Nene was... Because Nene was already on 20, Nene was like, look, I really don't give a fuck about you, Fred, or the rest of y'all. Like, I don't care. And it blew up. The girls are going, and then on the other side, Eva is talking to Tanya, and Eva's trying to let Tanya know, look, you was doing a lot. It was a little over the top. I don't think Nene meant it the way you took it. It was a lot. You know, and Tanya still don't seem to get it. She still don't seem to understand that how she went left with it. So, the girls go to the red light district, which really look like Times Square. They go karaoke, and they are having a really good time. Like, it seems like all is forgiven. You know, everybody's having a good time. Nene came down, and they sort of asked Nene how she was doing a little bit. And Nene did her normal, I'm fine, it's great, everything is good. And they had a good time, you know, and they ended the night singing Understanding, and Candy hit her little note, honey, and they just had a good time. You know, it was fun. It was good to see the girls just enjoying life, right? Unfortunately, the next morning we get up, and Eva is getting ready to go home because they're going to take her grandfather off of it. He had a do not resuscitate order, so her grandfather should never been on life support to begin with. But they're going to take him off, and Eva just decides that she's going to go home. And let me tell you something. The next 5 minutes is probably the best 5 minutes that this show has seen in a really long time. Eva sent Tanya a text. Tanya, in turn, sends the rest of the girls a text saying, Eva's grandfather is not doing well. She's getting ready to leave. And immediately they're like, meet you at a room. On my way. Brushing my teeth. Be down in a minute. I'm on my way. And slowly but surely, one by one, all of the girls came. And even Marlo, who, mind you, her and Marlo had it out, you know, the day before. And Marlo even said that. She said lace front, fashion, all of that to the side. This is serious, you know. And again, I tell y'all all the time, when real life meets reality TV, and it was just a great moment to see all of the girls have Eva's back, support Eva, and they actually talked her into staying, saying, look, go ahead and stay, there's nothing you can do there, you know, go ahead and stay, enjoy yourself, you know, we're going to help you get through it, we're going to help you, you know, celebrate his life. And she decided to stay, excuse me. The other thing I thought was interesting, and I'm not going to dwell on this too long, when Marlo was talking about her whole fashion thing with Eva, and she was talking about how she's got fashions, and she's runway, and Eva this and Eva that, and Eva made us some great points. Eva was like, first of all, I've been playing in fashion since I was 18 years old. I'm 33. So all this fashion shit don't faze me. She was like, and I have fashions that y'all don't even know I have, because I don't have to wear it all over my chest and arms and legs. It don't have to say Fendi, Gucci, you know, Louis Vuitton. Like, I don't wear those types of labels. But trust and believe that everything I have, I own. I ain't borrowed it. I ain't pulled it. I ain't got to take it back. It's mine, and it is all labels. And Marlo was talking about how she got labels. And y'all, we just got to get away from that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I like labels my damn self. I'm not gonna sit here in front. But we got to get away from pretending like just because something doesn't have a label on it, it's not a good quality product. You know, just because it doesn't have Fendi riding down the side of it doesn't mean it's not a pretty sweater. Just because it, you know what I mean? And we got to get away from that. And just because they are celebrities, or they are at a certain level, doesn't mean that you got to plaster it all over everything. And it doesn't give you, it doesn't make you a better person because you can afford Gucci and Fendi and Louis, and everything that you own has a label on it. Like, especially when you know what I mean? So anyway, I ain't going to go, I'm not going to dwell on that. But I just thought it was a very superficial moment, and I was really loving how Eva was coming at it like, look, I don't have to proclaim what I have. I don't have to brag on it. It just is what it is. So they convinced Eva to stay, so they're going to get dressed and get ready to go. So they're coming down, and that woman done already told y'all about being late. She done told y'all how she feel about being late. And they late. They trickling down. They supposed to be there at 11. Only a few of them were early. The rest of them came down. And next thing you know, the only one ain't there is Nene. They done called Nene. Nene said she's on her way. The woman waited. The woman waited. The woman waited. Finally, the woman said, look, we got to go. Now, production was going to make sure they picked up a car. They had a car ready to take Nene. And Nene was going to follow behind them, you know, in a car. But the van with all of them on it left. So, of course, Nene, again, already being in her mood, already being feeling how she feeling. Nene was like, fuck that. I ain't got to go. I'm going to go back to my room, and it is what it is. I'll go back and try to get in touch with my husband. I don't care. And again, Nene had so many things going on that we're not really privy to, that she was just unfazed by it. And they were like worried. They were like, Nene gonna kill one of us. Nene gonna kill somebody before this is over with. But again, I just feel like Nene probably shouldn't have been there, you know. But legitimately, they had to leave because they had an appointment at, I guess it seemed like it was like a cultural center, and it wasn't just them. They weren't the only ones there. It was other people there, and they had a performance, a geisha performance, and then they had some other things, and they played games. They had sake. They probably had traditional tea, you know, and all kinds of stuff. And so it's like, look, this ain't about Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Marlo even said something. Marlo was like, you know, I'm sorry that we left Nene. She was like, but if we had waited for Nene, we would have missed everything. And that was a really great, you know, that was a really great experience. But Nene, you know, Nene just, she don't need to be there. She really doesn't. This is not her best moment. And she's really got bigger fish to fry. And I understand you have bigger fish to fry, but you don't have a right to ruin everybody else's vacation or ruin everybody else's experience because you're going through what you're going through. And the best thing for you to do is to probably separate yourself from what's going on with the rest of the girls. But whatever. They end up going out to eat, and Nene picks up with them at the restaurant. And then they get ready to get on the bus, And damn if that damn Tanya don't pull Nene aside and want to have a conversation. And I'm like, Tanya, let the shit go. Like, I really, because she's like, well, Nene's still shading me, and Nene's this and that. Look. Read the tea leaves, girl. Read the signs. Read the room. Figure out that now it's probably not the best time to have this conversation with Nene. It is clear that Nene is not herself. It is clear that this is not your fun friend from Swag Boutique that you've been cool with. For whatever the reason is. It's clear. And I know that she's not confiding in you, that there's something going on with Greg, and that's what her mind really is. But, and she even started off by saying, I know you got a lot going on with Greg and everything, but, no, see, it's no but to that. All you say is, girl, when we get back, I'm going to take you out to lunch. Because I know you're dealing with a lot right now. But we're going to go out to lunch. We're going to have a spa day when we get back. Because I see you really going through a lot. And then if you want to bring it up at the spa day or bring it up at lunch, her guard is down. And maybe she can hear you. And maybe y'all can talk about it and clear the air. But right now, in that moment, she can't hear nothing. She can't hear it. And even if you don't know specifically what's going on, you should be able to read the tea leaves and figure out Nene ain't really here for this right now. Tanya's special. I don't know what Tanya's deal is, but Tanya's special. And like Candy told her, Candy said, if you're going to be in this group, honey, you're going to have to get some tougher skin because, you know, this just ain't the group. This ain't the group for it. This just ain't the group for it. But anyway, I know that was a short review, but this episode ain't really, I mean, it was a lot, but it wasn't a lot. You know what I mean? You know, it's day 2 in Tokyo, and, you know, there's that. But anyway, that's all I got. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.